everybody, I hope you're doing well tonight. I'm coming to you from the other side of my kitchen again with my pressure cooker, which is also a slow cooker and a steamer. You can make soup in it, you can make seafood and rice apparently, and also it can make yogurt, and you can do sous vide cooking in this. If you don't know what sous vide is, it's a way of cooking food that is inside a plastic bag, and you drop that plastic bag into hot water and it cooks the food. Apparently it's very delicious. I've never tried it, but maybe now that I've got this, that should be something that we try one of these days. Anyway, tonight I am going to be making the chicken tetrazzini recipe, which is found in the Pampered Chef website. And I did have some reservations about it because it didn't ask for the chicken to be seared in the pan before closing the lid. So you just drop the raw chicken in, and apparently it cooks it well enough that it's very tasty. So I have to trust the process and trust my upline Jody, who said she's done it and it works out just fine. So here we go, chicken tetrazzini coming right up. Okay, let's go. 2 tablespoons of butter goes into the bottom of, that's pretty much all of this butter, goes into the bottom of the pot. And I'm going to turn it on now. It's gonna melt the butter, and then I'm going to saute the mushrooms and onions together. So all you do is you turn the dial here until it highlights sear, and for 5 minutes, and then you press and hold, and it starts the process for searing. Here we go now with the mushrooms and onions. I think I'm gonna start with the onions actually. Oh yes, the butter is nice and melted. Stir it in there. I'm already excited about how good this is going to taste. Look at the mushrooms. This recipe has cream cheese in it too, so it's going to be super tasty. I'm just going to start it at 5 minutes again so that I will actually be sauteing all of this stuff for 5 minutes. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And I don't have a low sodium chicken stock, so I'm going to really go easy on the salt. Just a pinch of salt. So next what goes in actually is the pasta. And I've got linguine noodles. It says you can use spaghetti as well. And you are supposed to snap them in half so that you can lay them flat inside the pot. If you don't lay them flat, then the layers won't actually work properly. So you snap them in half, you crisscross them inside the pot, and then you pour the liquids in on top of that, and then the chicken. Okay, so everything is sauteed inside the pot. I'm now going to snap the pasta in half and drop it in on a crisscross pattern. Nice and slow. Put it down in there. This seems just too easy to be true. 2 cups of broth goes in. Next, 1 cup of milk goes in. We've got peas. I actually shelled these from snap peas, and then I got impatient because there weren't very many. So the shells taste so good, I just decided to chop those up and use them as well. There are no rules. And now the chicken goes in. I used my new Pampered chef's knife to chop it. It just glides through like butter. There's no work at all involved. I couldn't believe it. So I'm excited about that as well. First time I've ever used a coated knife on something. So now we've got all of our ingredients in the pot. I'm going to close the lid and select the new settings for the next phase of the cooking project. Setting it at custom, so I'm selecting custom, but now I have to use the dial to change it to 5 minutes. So down we go to 5 minutes, 765, and hold, and off it goes. So while we are waiting for the multi-cooker 5 minutes, I'm going over to the stove and I'm going to make a mixture of panko breadcrumbs with butter, salt, and pepper. And these are partly for inside the sauce, and part of them are to sprinkle on top once everything is finished with. So we're toasting the panko. And then I'm going to microwave a 1/4 cup of milk with some cornstarch, and that is going to be the thickening agent for the sauce itself. So that gets done while all of this is happening here. I'm toasting the panko breadcrumbs now. There's butter in the pan and salt and pepper, and they're coming up a lovely light brown shade. I'm whisking together a 1/4 cup of milk and a tablespoon of cornstarch. 30 seconds in the microwave for that. Look at that, it made a very nice thick kind of a paste. So now we know what the sauce is going to be like. Time's up on cooking in the custom setting. I've got all the other stuff ready for the sauce, and I'm going to manually release the steam now. Here it goes. Okay, now here I am. I'm going to lift the lid now. All the pressure has been released, so I'm turning it again, and I'm going to lift it up and just set it on its little holder here. Okay, so I gave it a little stir, and now I'm going to add Parmesan cheese, cream cheese, and the milk and cornstarch mixture, and I'm going to stir that in, and I think I will close the lid again for a little while. 1 whole cup of Parmesan. There's a half. Here's another half. Here's 4 ounces of cream cheese. And stirring that in. Oh, it's melting really beautifully already. I put the cream cheese in smaller chunks so it would begin to melt more easily. And now I'm just going to scrape in this cornstarch mixture as well. Cornstarch and milk. It's very creamy and it smells delicious already. I'm also now going to add half of the panko mixture. The rest of it is for the top when it's served. There we go. I think Eris is home and dinner's ready. Here we go. This is the cooker pot, and I'm just going to empty it into this dish for serving. Let's see. Oh, it's so creamy looking. How lovely. I'm still learning how that micro cooker works, but it's lots of fun. Thanks for watching.